Hi guys, and welcome back to class. In our last class we discussed advanced audio adjustment, its application and effects. In this lesson we're going to be discussing how to use the equalizer and compressor in Adobe Premiere. So let's jump right in. So right here I have an audio and we're going to be working more with audios. There wouldn't be so much of visuals in this lesson, and in this audio I have quite a noisy one, although it's a speech, but it needs some sort of repair to make it sound better. So let's play and listen to what we have.
And we stand in need of all three. For we meet in an hour of change and challenge, in a decade of hope and fear, in an age of both knowledge.
So one of the things we would want to do is go to the effects library and search for equalizer. So we have different equalizers. We have parametric equalizer, graphic equalizer, but one of the most used equalizers is the parametric equalizer. So we're going to be dragging and dropping this into a timeline, and to edit this to make it sound better we're going to be clicking on edit. So when you click on edit, this small dialog box pops up, and this is where you start to actually change a little bit of things. So one of the things we want to increase is the HP. We want to click on the HP so that it starts with the high pass and continues to move on. So what the high pass does is it actually equalizes or regularizes the high tones in your sound, that's your treble or very little loud sounds that may not be so pleasant. So when we play this back, this is what we have.
The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds. Despite the striking fact,
so if I switch this off, there's a little bit of difference, but you may not notice.
Are alive and working today.
So one of the things you want to do as well, one of the things you want to do as well is when you have stuffs like this to work on, you want to increase or work with the echo. So as you tweak these little nodes in the equalizer, you notice that there will be some significant type of change. So when we come down here and drag this down, we tend to be changing our low gas, the bass in the audio. So let me increase this and listen to how it feels.
Scientific manpower is doubling every 12 years in a rate of growth more than 2 times that of our population as a whole. Despite that, the vast stretches of the unknown and the unanswered and the unfinished still far outstrip our collective knowledge.
Like I told you earlier, the middle node stands for the echo, and when I drag it down you can see how low the echo has been brought down. And let's see what the second and the fourth node does.
No man can fully grasp how far a man has come. But condense, if you will, 50,000 years of man's recorded history in a time span of a half century. Stated in these terms, we know very little about the first 1 year, except at the end of it.
So you can see how the different changes or the various changes we make actually helps this equalizer work as it should, and how it can be very effective for our video. So one of the beautiful things about this is you actually have presets, and depending on what kind of audio you have in your timeline, you're going to be picking whichever one that suits better. So for this lesson I'll be going for the vocal enhancer. So, and in the vocal enhancer, what Premiere Pro does is it automatically helps you to equalize and set all these settings without needing to do them manually. So it does this automatically for you. So when you play, if you are satisfied with what you have, you continue. If you are not satisfied, you are going to be tweaking the notes a little bit.
Advanced man had learned to use the skins of animals to cover them. Then about about 10 years ago,
So in this audio, there's a little bit of echo, which I also like to bring down, which is always the third note. And let's see what we have.
under this standard, man emerged from his caves to construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a clock with wheels. Christianity began less than 2
Let's
years.
bring this down.
The printing press came this year. And then less than 2 months ago, during this whole 50-year span of human history, the steam engine provided a new source.
So yeah, if you would like to know the difference between what you have been playing and what you actually have now, I'm going to be using this power button right here to check out the difference. So let's play this while we use the power button.
Newton explored the meaning of gravity. Last month, electric lights and telephones and automobiles.
Sounds a little bit
Only
louder,
last week did we develop penicillin.
better, but we are going to be
Television.
creating further changes in this. So I'll be
And
cancelling
now,
this
if America's new
and I'll pause, and in my timeline I'll look for how to search out for the compressor. So I'm going to be searching the compressor here. So we have different kind of compressor. Is it the multiband compressor, the ad limiter? There are a whole lot that you can make adjustments or check out, but I'll be using the multiband compressor on this. I'll be clicking on it. So to edit this, I'll also come here and click on edit. So this dialog box pops up open, and what we want to do basically is to make this one adjust our volumes and do a little bit of tweaking to our sound too as well. So let's play this.
Then about 10 years ago, under this standard,
So for this, I guess I'll be using a preset as well, and I'll just be going for something that works within my problem. So let's go to raise vocals and see what we have.
man emerged from his caves to construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a clock and wheel. Christianity began less than 2 years ago. The printing press came this year. And then less than 2 months ago,
So there you have it. If you also like to, let's try something totally different, and let's try a broadcast and see how that sounds.
during this whole span of human history, the steam engine
This seems loud,
provided
but
a
there is an increase in the echo because of the profile or the preset we have selected to use in this particular sound.
source of power. Newton explored the meaning of
So to further get better at this, you need to be able to change a lot of settings, and you need to be able to play around the settings to know how they feel. You most likely may not be bringing my exact audio into a timeline. It could be voices from a party or something similar. So you could always actually change this to suit what you're working on every time and anytime. So in our next lesson, I'll be teaching you how to do audio cleanup and cancel or reduce noise in your audio in Adobe Premiere Pro. So bye for now. See you in the next lesson.